Man, lately I've been having thoughts about being born in unfortunate circumstances. So, it's just such stark difference, say, someone someone like me who was born in like a mid city, like a really third or fourth tier city in a country like India where it's like widely populated and chaotic and not that up to the par. And in contrast to someone who's like born to, I don't know, man, like fucking finance guys, I guess, like a really rich successful banking type person, and he has this wife who's, I don't know, man, like some sort of artist or a writer or whatever, like just really, like people who are very well formed in a way, like people who are at the peak. And you being born to parents like that in circumstances like, I don't know, Connecticut or something, like a hedge fund area, like really upscale rich sort of area. If you're born to parents like that, in contrast to like someone like me who's like, born to parents who didn't even go to college, and in the situation, in the kind of situation that I just described, like it's just such a stark contrast, man. Like the kids who grow up in that sort of circumstance, like going to private schools and whatnot, just being chauffeured around, even if you're not set out to do the most wonderful things in life, like even on autopilot, like you're just bound to have so much wider perspective on life compared to someone like me. But I mean, it's a story for another time how I climbed out of that hole and expanded my awareness by the use of psychedelics and all these different explorations that I've had, like just going out. I'm like fucking, like I'm this like autistic sort of ADHD person. I just dial in and zero in all the way if I find something interesting. And like I did, for the most part I did. I learned about so many things, man. But yeah, now I feel like, I have this widened sort of awareness about life, and the possibilities on what can and cannot be done with it, and without limiting beliefs, which is what I think this like really privileged kids would grow up with, like sort of not that many limiting beliefs. That is, I think, such a lucky thing, man. Like not having any sort of limiting beliefs, not having doubts about what you're gonna do. Like these motherfuckers, man, like they'll just do the stupidest things, that they'd be so super confident about it. Like they just have zero sort of self-doubt for the most part. I mean, I'm not hating on anybody here, by the way. Like it's just life, I guess. Like you get certain cards to play with, and you make the best out of it, whatever you can. And I'm not trying to hate on anybody here. I'm just saying, like, there's such a stark difference on the sort of circumstance that you can grow up in. Like, you can be like a real low life if that's the sort of people you hung out with when you were little, or you could be like, really this high achiever person, even if you don't have the raw intellectual horsepower, or you don't have the drive or the ambition. Even then, just by the virtue of having the right people around you, excuse me, that the right circumstance around you, like you're just bound to go that much further in life, man. It's just such a crazy thing to me, honestly. But yeah, like if you feel like, you were born in unfortunate circumstances where, I mean, the graph of your life would be so much different if, say, you were born in different sort of circumstances. Just let this sink in, man. Like it's okay. It's okay. Like, they are experiencing what they were bound to experience, and you're experiencing what you're bound to experience. And no experience is inherently lesser or better than the other. It is just what it is. It doesn't have to be a comparison. It doesn't have to be unfulfilling to live out the sort of experience that you are living right now. And yes, it's easy to fall in the envy trap, because, I mean, of course, like we are as a species just really, I guess, dialed into this one particular belief, like your life has to look this way, and that way for you to be called a success. And I mean, it's like the easiest way to think about life. Like you check all these boxes and your life is a success. And yes, it's the idea has been built over time. It's not like, I would not say it's genetically wired. It's more like the sort of exposure you have in life, according to that you shape your beliefs. but but yeah, all I'm trying to say is like, whatever experiencing whatever you are experiencing in life does not have to be inherently worse or better than somebody else, like some sort of pop star, like a hip hop star or something. Maybe maybe this guy has to learn some very particular things about life, and for that reason he's going through the sort of experiences he's going through. And even though on the surface it might look like you're missing out on so many experiences, maybe your life degree does not need all those credits. Excuse me. So whatever credits, like courses, like life courses, of course, like this is all like air quote stuff. uh, like there's no real life courses or credits that you have to take care of to complete your hypothetical life degree. But all I'm trying to say is like, these people, they're just going through what they had to go through to learn the things that they had to learn, and you're doing the same thing. So even if on the surface it might look like you're not the most successful person in the world, just know that this is what it is. It is what it is. And all you can ever do is just make the best out of it. Like, there's no point in, I mean, there's a limited amount of time and energy and attention to go around, and for you to just maximize. So I think of it this way: like, you just have to play the game to the best of the cards that you have. You don't have to play the best game ever. You just have to play the game to the best of your ability, and that in itself can be a win. So if you're playing the sort of game, if you're playing the best game that you can with the cards that you have, you're already peaking. But then someone with like a lot more potential than you, if they're not playing their game to the peak, in a way you are actually living a better life than they are. If you have to, like, gamify it, just gamify life, that is, I would say, the way to look at it. Just be like, okay, if you're making the most out of the cards that you have, that's all you can ever do. And there's no point in comparing yourself to anybody else. And maybe even on the surface, if it looks like they're doing better than you, they might not be doing the best they could with their life. So that's something to think about. So yeah, that is what I think about being born in circumstances, different ones. And I'd certainly like to know what do you think about this. If you have any thoughts, please make sure to just note them down. And that's what's up for this one, I guess. I'll probably record a couple other ones for now and call it a day. So that's what's up.